Good evening. It's been a while. Welcome to the Alan Osborne Show. It's New Year's Eve. Most of you haven't heard from me since the election, and I thought it would be nice to get together and talk this New Year's about what has happened, and what's going to happen. Well, what has happened in the election, of course, Trump won, so now everything changes, everything aligns with Trump. Don't think because of Trump's willingness to do stuff. I want you to notice that, you notice he didn't come back and get a lot of staff from his first administration that duped him into things. And some people have duped him into other stuff, like supporting Jimmy Petronas. He's a crony that never should be a congressional representative of the people, especially a military district. I really feel like it ought to be a military person who's representing this congressional district, because we're going to go through some trying issues. And Trump, he's no pussy. He may go out there and pick a fight that we're going to have to fight. And we need some people that are smart in Congress, and we need some military people to understand when it's getting too far out of hand. Somebody who's seen that shit. And speaking of out of hand, 2024 marks about 25 years of me going to BCC meetings, because of my kids were born there, even before my children were born. And I'm talking to you people of Walton County today, because 2024 ends my official quest to change the BCC. Now, before you guys freak out, I'm still going to share information with you, because I understand who's connected to two. But the fact is that Walton County was where my children were born and where they make their home and where I invested the majority of my money in my life and a lot of my time. I've been coming to public meetings since 1995 or 96, right in there, end of 95, first of 96. And that's long enough. And it's not that I want to quit. It's just that at some point in your life you have to make some choices to do something different. And I'm no different. It's time for some other people to step out here and say something. Now, I'm still going to be a property owner in Walton County, but I'm even going to move my official voting residence. I'm going to take a break and see what happens. See, the part of me that I really loved about Walton County wasn't even the damn beach. I love the bay. That's really where I wanted originally a long time ago to retire. But honestly, our damn officials won't talk about it. They'll make policies so they don't have to talk about the problems we have. I took a break from the BCC, and I hope you guys are liking my fireside chat. I'm sitting in a chair of wisdom, because it was probably bought by my grandfather close to 100 years ago. And I'm sitting up here burning some remnants of Helene that lay in the road. So it's a good place to reflect on what's important. Walton County was special, and truthfully, I spent the majority of my lifetime in Walton County, and it's upsetting how it's been squandered. We had a plan. In 1996, we knew what our county could handle, what was good for it. It was just 2 years before my first child was born. And we adopted a plan, and we've commensurately thrown that plan out the window and made thousands and thousands of exceptions, and continue to do so, by a planning department led by a man who lost his license for fraud, his real estate license. I mean, come on. I just don't want to participate in that kind of stupidity. You know, since the time of Caesar, we have learned that people who do not participate in government will be ruled by those who do. And that's what happened in Walton County. A small group of people adopted a plan that was good on paper, but their personal agendas to make more, they could have already, all of them could have made a fortune, to make more than they should in a short period of time, greed took over and has really soured Walton County. And I'm just too old for the Bay to be ever as good as it was when I came here as a young man the first time from Fort Rucker, Alabama, a long time ago. I just don't have enough ticks on the clock left to clean it up, especially when our Board of County Commissioners and even our own county engineers won't admit they're breaking the law. I mean, what's the point? It's like washing your hands in the oil spill. You know, you can't make that shit up. So And you know, it becomes unhealthy. So I'm going to choose to do something else. Now, don't get disappointed. I'm still going to do shows. And I'm going to do shows about national stuff because Trump's going to be a firecracker and we're going to have some shit to talk about. You know. And I don't want you to take this too seriously because it's the end of the year and I hope you guys had a good holidays. I know for me, I'm sick of Christmas music. It's my first Christmas and New Year's without one of my best friends in my life. So I am thankful that I will get another trip around the sun. But, you know, the elections, now they're Walton County, they're over. And by the way, what the hell happened to Mike Atkinson? Where's that damn $20 million? Anyway, hey, I broke a state record, the most write-in votes ever for some guy for sheriff. That tells you something. And Aaron Murray came out of nowhere to almost beat Mike Atkinson because that bullshit like hiring unqualified people like Corey. All that horse shit of the sexual revolution going on inside the sheriff's department, shooting people's dogs while he's teaching at FSU. Whatever, Mike. You know, Mike, you'll never change how I feel. I know what you are and I know what you did, and you just don't really stand for what's right. You just stand in the pile of the mess, and you're out there with a shovel throwing sand on top of every cat turd you see. I don't know. But the elections, remember when everybody was talking about the audit and stuff, and now you know, let's talk about where we're at with that. First of all, let me ask y'all something at Christmas. How many of y'all got showed a bunch of pictures on Facebook of some ugly babies? Yeah, that's nice. Or got shown some personally or sent to you. Now look, let's be honest out here in the world. Some things about social media suck. You know, when I was young, you saw an ugly kid, you didn't have to look at it. You know, you go, well, he'll grow into that head, or he won't be so bad when he gets older. They'll take that third eye off of her. And honestly, some of you people out there produce some damn good looking kids. I look at your kids and I was like, hey, good job. Or some kid that's smiling. But people keep showing me pictures of kids that I'm like, the kid looks like he's drooling and here he is with Santa, here he is with Grandma. You know, I mean, come on, people. We hope them kids grow up to look better, but don't be showing us. We know you got a kid. You know, if he's really good looking or she's really really cute, hell, show me their picture. But please don't send that shit to me and go yeehaw. You know, isn't life fun? So I know some of y'all are sad I won't be involved so much, but here's the good side of that. Before you get all teary eyed, since I own several places I can live. Since I don't have to reside there all the time, it'll be much easier for me to make fun of the stupid shit that's going on and wondering when some of you people are going to come forth. I understand Todd Rourke's created a new group of citizens and we had the taxpayers group to try to stop this shit. But, you know, going back to the BCC meeting the other day, listen to me. Go watch that BCC meeting. Here's what strikes me as amazing. And Dan Curry, I hope you're still taking notes. I hope you hadn't drank too much of the Kool-Aid Danny's trying to pour on your head and Tony's trying to convince you of everything known to man. But listen to me. Y'all sat there the other day with with a whole bunch of your constituents out there wanting to talk to you about something. And y'all sat perplexed as Clay sat there and told you it's against your policy. Listen to me. It's against your policy. And none of you people that were complaining about it voted for that policy. So guess what? If all three of Brad, Donna, and Dan, y'all really want to talk about it and let us talk about stuff, then why don't you revoke those policies? Because the three of you alone don't have to put up with Danny and Tony's bullshit. I've never seen Danny so full of shit, using PA, trying to make himself look a certain way. Danny, don't you live most of the time in a freaking trailer? And driving down Gill Road, we've all got the pictures of it. You can go clean the shit up. Have you even had electricity where you claim to be your legal residence and your complaints? And where the hell do you live? You know, it's just ridiculous. It's not a temporary thing. Nobody will look into it, but everybody knows. It's like a fart in church. Nobody says nothing, but everybody smells it. And that smell is still wafting across the BCC. Where was all this talk of an audit? And now we spend $100,000 for somebody to review a policies. We don't need the policies reviewed. We need the conduct of people who broke it reviewed. But how's that going to happen? When the commissioner's aide's involved, I mean, the HR guy's not going to be punished by Stan because he's breaking policy too. And nobody will punish Mac and the BCC because of their policy to reorganize the chain where nobody reports to them, then they just get a pass. Oh, it's policy, but it's their policy. Watch and listen to Clay as he says, Commissioners, it's your policy that I'm telling you about. Well, damn, do something about it, you know? I mean, hell, my head is hard, but my New Year's resolution is to do something different and not lose my health over it either. Maybe other people, I hope they do. But, I mean, let's look at the crap's going on. I mean, in the county, there's no accountability. And nobody still wants to talk about the lot that people involved in government sold for $1.3 million under value just a little while back. I mean, how did that happen? How does that happen? It don't make sense. So, anyway, I hope you're enjoying these fireside chats. But, you know, I just thought I'd shake it up at the end of the year because, you know, you can't make this shit up. I'm just not being suckered in anymore, you know. What else is in there? I can't hardly read this. Hold on. See if I can read my own notes here. Yeah, I mean, who's going to be the county? Remember, let's go in there and talk about, so the policy is, and when are you, Donna, you're the chair, how come you don't make all those policies be published in writing so the public can read them? Y'all, yeah, we'll get up there to the public want to speak and say it's our policy. Well, what is the policy? What are the left and right limits? What do the words say? And when was it adopted? And what board of BCC adopted it? This is bullshit that people keep coming there to talk about stuff. Sandestin, Donna, in the middle of your district, you want to read all the crap you said about it in the past, about what you were going to do? And you're sitting in the driver's seat to call the state, hey, Donna, you're in possession of those letters and you're legally bound to report violations of the law. Walton County is responsible for monitoring, and Stan Sunday has all the notifications from the state. Hey, y'all don't have a policy that says you can't respond to notifications from the state, do you? Because they're not part of any litigation that I'm aware of. So why aren't you responding, Donna? Brad and Dan, can you help her out? Because Tony and Danny just want to cover it up with the other turds in the sandbox, but that ain't going to get us nowhere. Yeah, life's about choices, you know. And what happened was I supported all these people over these years and broke my neck for them. And all I wanted from them was to do what they said they would do. And I would try to do what I said I would do, and I did. But when it got hard and they had to stand up or had to wait and it didn't fit their agenda, they forgot what they had said that they would do. And I'm learning in life that that's pretty much the deal. I mean, the days of people doing what they would say they would try to do, it don't matter anymore. We're all about self-gratification. You know, it's a shame if we don't protect the, you know, like I started this show out. We adopted something in 1996. And since that time, you know, God has not created 1 square foot more of land or beach or bay or ocean. It's all in the same geo grid of, you know, the earth. We haven't created new earth. So to think what we've done and what we're continuing to do, I hope you people living there can see the train wreck that you're in. The school system, the housing issue. This is not creating a desirable community. I'm voting with my feet after all these years. But anyway, there's going to be lots to talk about on the Alan Osborne show because you can't make this shit up. But you can have a fireside chat on New Year's Eve. You can remember your friends. And I've got some New Year's resolutions, and, you know, I'm going to do them. Just I'm gonna put my nose to it and take care of it. I really hope that you people out there who like the Alan Osborne show and have supported my smart ass humor and my runs for office over the last few years will stand up at these meetings and demand better government. I mean, think about the illegal immigrant issue we're about to deal with. How did we get to 11 or 12 or 18? I don't know what the real number is, but it's well past 10 million. I mean, at what point did we not notice that we had 10 million people? You go on a plane trip or a cruise or somewhere and come back and have to prove who you are. And then you ask yourself, after what you go through in the airport or wherever you travel to, how in the hell did that happen? Hell, I don't know. Love people as hard as you can, but after a while you got to let them go. If they don't believe in you enough to stay with you through the hard times, and they bail as soon as they get what they want, you politicians out there, you know who I'm talking to. You know who I help support, and then you didn't do the right thing. That starts with you, Danny Glidewell. But when you help somebody, when they really need you, and they lose faith in your ability to complete what you've said, hell, you just cut the anchor free. I'm Alan Osborne, and you can't make this shit up. Y'all keep them straight out there, and Happy New Year. 2025, I got this. I hope you do too. Hold your loved ones tight, and remember those that you lost in 2024. And until next year, I'm Alan Osborne, and you can't make this shit up. But you can unelect it, and you can choose to do something different. See you then.